Good morning and welcome to day 12 of time. Today, we're going to be working with pages 3 and 4 of the district provided packet. This is page 3. This is page 4. On page 3, this is just basically two exercises, and they are telling you how they solved each of them. Today, for the purpose of this video, we are going to go over the second exercise, which is the one at the bottom of the page. Page 4 is the one that is asking you to solve the two problems. There are two problems here that you are expected to solve. But today, I am going to ask you to only solve the problem that is at the bottom of the page, which is the one I'm going to go ahead and highlight right now for you. This one. This is the only problem that I'll like for you guys to focus on, okay? If you are up for a challenge, you're more than welcome to go ahead and work on that first problem at the top of the page and complete it as a challenge. Again, this first problem right here is not something that I'm going to be looking for when I look at your papers today. I'm going to be focusing on the one down here, okay? And like I said, we are going to go over this problem down here right now. This is the problem that is at the bottom of page 3. And it says, Ben and his mom are wanting to arrive at the birthday party at 2. It will take them 25 minutes. What time should they leave their home? And we're going to use this number line to figure out when Ben needs to leave the house, right? Again, I just read it for an understanding. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my close reading strategies to mark the text. Ben and his mom are wanting to arrive at the birthday party at what time? 2, correct. Now, it says, it will take them 25 minutes to walk. How long is it going to take them to walk and get to the birthday party? 25 minutes, right? Now, the question is, what time should they leave their home? Right? And that right there, I don't know about you guys, but I believe that should be a question. So I'm just going to go ahead and write right here a question mark. What time should they leave their home? Use the number line to find the start time. So this is the number line. And we're going to be looking for the starting time, right? The time that they started walking, right? So right here, that's what I'm going to be looking for. So since I'm given the time, the ending time, which is what time do they want to arrive at the birthday party? 2. They want to get there at 2. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to write 2 o'clock because that is the time at the end of the number line, because that is the time that they are arriving to their destination, 2 o'clock, right? Now, in order for them to get at 2 o'clock, they must leave their house 25 minutes before that. 25 minutes before that, okay? So I'm going to be hopping from the 2 backwards in time. I'm going to go backwards in the clock. I'm going to go backwards in that number line. So I'm going to go ahead and get a highlighter. I can probably leave this pen. There you go. So I'm going to be looking at this number is 25 minutes. I'm going to go back 25 minutes. 25, when I look at the number 25, this digit in the ones place is the number what? 5, right? So I'm going to be skip counting by 5s. So if I look here, I immediately see that it has some lines are longer than others. So for example, this one is longer than and this one is longer than these ones than the ones in between. Okay, that is the same thing that when you look at the clock, you have some lines that are longer than other because those are showing you the numbers are on the clock. I'm going to show you that really quick. So when you look at this clock right here, right, my interactive clock, you will notice that the line that is pointing to number 1 and the line that is pointing to number 2 and to each of these numbers in the clock are a bit longer than the other lines that are in between the numbers. So if you look at the number 1 and then you look at the lines that follow, the number 1 and before the 2, the lines in between these two big numbers right here, they're smaller. Why is that? Because when you hop from one number to the other in the clock, 5 minutes pass, and that's just to guide you, to make it easier for you to read the clock. So the same thing happens when you're looking at the number line. When you look at the number line, this line right here and these lines right here, those are basically the numbers on the clock, and that's why they look a bit longer, because it's for you to know that if you hop from one line to the other, that will be 5 minutes. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to be hopping every 5 minutes until I get to 25 minutes, right? So 2 o'clock minus 5 minutes, that will be the same thing as 60 minutes, right? 2 o'clock or 1 hour, which is o'clock, is 60 minutes. Minus 5 minutes, well, how much would this be? We drop 55. So would it be 255? No, correct. That would be 155. Good job. Minus 5 minutes, how much would that be? Good job. 150. Good job. Minus 5 minutes once again. 50. I'm going to subtract 45 out of here. 50 minus 5 is what? Good job. 145. Right? And I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5 more. Right? And that would be 45 minus 5 minutes. How much would that be? Correct. That is 140. Good job. And then I'll go over 5 more minutes. And well, how much would that be? 40 minus 5, how much would that be? 135. Now, I went on and I hop. I'm going to hop again and see what happened. Right here, 140 minus 135 minus 5 is what? 130. Now, how many minutes did I need to go back in the clock? 25 minutes. So let me see if I went back 25 minutes or if I went on or I didn't count enough. Let's see. So every hop from each of these long lines will set from one long line to the other. That's 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and count. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 25 right here. So if I go like that, 25. This is 25 already right here. So do I really need that extra line that I drew right here on the side? This one right here, do I need that one? No, Mr. Hernandez, you don't need that because if you add those 5 more minutes, it's going to be what? 25, that would be what? 30. I don't need that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. There you go. Now, when I look at my clock, I can immediately tell you, I'm going to go ahead and delete all of that I drew so I can go ahead and show you better. I'm going to go ahead and delete this again. So, if you look at the clock, at the number line, and how I went back, right? I subtracted, let's see. I'm going to use a highlighter to highlight what I just did, so it's better for you to see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What's my ending time, guys? Good job. My ending time is the one that points over here. And that is what? 1:35. So what time does Ben and his mom need to leave the house to arrive at 2 o'clock at the birthday party? Good job. They must leave the house by 1:35. All right. And that is exactly what you will see at the bottom of this page. With the only difference that they did not, if you look at it closely, they only wrote certain numbers on the clock. They didn't write everything. But if you were to hop from 1:30, 5 more minutes on, that would be what? 1:35, which is the same answer that we got on the next. So this is on the problem that we just work on. So 1:35, and this will be what? 1:40, and this one what? 1:45, which is given to you right here. All right. So leaving that there, we're done with that exercise right there. Now, the next problem that I want you guys to work on is this one. This problem is located on page 4 at the bottom of the page. Okay? I want you guys to work on this problem and use the number line to show me your response. Okay? I'm going to read it for you. We're going to mark it together. We're going to write some important information on this side, and the rest is going to be on you. I want you guys to work on this problem on your own, okay? Finish the problem. So the first thing I need to do is mark the text. Ted played on the basketball court for 17 minutes. 17 minutes. Then he ran for 25 minutes. He finished at 1 p.m. I mean, at 1. He doesn't say p.m. or a.m. He finished at 1. What time did he start his day? So when I look at the clock, I know that Ben was very active that morning, that day, right? He played the basketball court, right? And then he ran. So he did 2 activities. So, and then he finished those 2 activities at 1 p.m. So when I look at my number line, what is the important word from this word problem that I need to keep in mind so that I know where to put that 1 o'clock. Good job. The word finish. Hit finish. So finish at 1. So I'm going to go ahead and write 1 at the end of my number line because that's when he finished. Now, I need to know what time he started his day. I need to keep in mind that he was doing some exercises in some activities before 1 o'clock. What was he doing? Well, Miss Hernandez, he was playing. Okay, he was playing on the basketball court. And he was what? What else? He was running. Now, how long did he spend playing on the basketball court? We go back here. Ted played on the basketball court for 17 minutes. Oh, Mr. Hernandez, 17 minutes, right? Now the next question is, how long did he run for? Oh, that's easy. Then he ran for 25 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and write here 25 minutes. Okay, I'm going to move that to the side right here. I'm going to make an arrow so you guys know what information is it that I am writing right here. Right, that is for that, and this one is for this. Okay, so he was doing some activities, right, before he finished. What is it that you need to know? What is it that you need to do to determine what time he's starting doing his activities? What do you think you need to do? Pause the video, think about it, let me know. Correct. You have to determine how long did he play for. How long did he play or did he run? How long was he active? We're going to call it that way. How long was how long was Ted active for? And to do that, what do you need to do with these numbers right here? Correct. You need to add those numbers to ensure that you know how long he was active for. Once you're done adding these numbers, what is your next step? What is it that you need to do? So you need to add it, right? Once you know that, you will know how long he was active for, and you're going to start hopping on their number line to figure out the time that he started his day. So if I know that he ended at 1, I know that I'm going to be moving on that direction to my left in the number line. So with that being said, I want you guys to hop to figure it out how long he was active for, and to hop back that amount of minutes to tell me what time Ted started his day. Now, I mentioned that the problem at the top of page 4 was going to be a challenge. And it is, in fact, a challenge. What I want you guys, if you decide to try out this challenge, I'm going to make a start here because that's a challenge and that is extra credit if you want to go ahead and work on it. I want you guys to you can to decide if you want to use the clock that you were given or if you want to draw your very own number line. It's very up to you. Whatever you decide to do, it's totally fine. I prefer using a number line. I find it easier for me to do so, but the way I learn might be different to the way you guys learn. So the first thing, we're going to go ahead and read this challenge just in case you decide to do it. Again, this is just a challenge. You don't have to complete this challenge. I just want to make sure they give you the opportunity to do it if you want to work on it, okay? If you do one problem today and you show me evidence that you did it, we are fine, okay? It says, the play starts at 6:15. Ruby wants to get to the play 35 minutes before. She wants to get there. How many minutes before? 35 minutes. And it takes 10 minutes to drive to the play. The question is, what time should Ruby leave home? What time should she leave home? Okay. This problem is a little bit tricky because it tells you the play starts. It mentions the word starts. Then I'm going to put 6:15 right here. Be careful with that, guys. Be careful with that. Think about it before you do that. Because I'm going to go ahead and erase that. That's the time the play starts, yes. But the problem is talking to you about how long before the play begins Ruby wants to be there. Okay? She wants to get to the play 35 minutes before it starts. She wants to get there 35 minutes before it starts. But she must also think that it takes 10 minutes to drive there from her house. Okay? So you guys must consider that not only she needs to drive there for 10 minutes, right? She has to drive there for 10 minutes and she wants to be there at least 35 minutes before. So for that, you're going to have to write it down. She wants to, the drive is 10 minutes. The drive is 10 minutes, right? And she wants to get there, right? Ruby wants to be at the play 35 minutes before. So if I highlight that 35 minutes right here, sorry, let me get a different color for that. And I highlight these 35 minutes right here, how many minutes before 6:15 does she need to, the question is, I'm sorry guys, how many minutes in total Ruby needs to plan to leave the house? She needs to plan to leave the house by what? 35 plus 10 is what? Good job, 45 minutes, right? So she needs to plan. Ruby needs to leave the house 45 minutes before the play starts. Okay? So now, it is your job to tell me using either the clock that is provided or drawing your number line to tell me what time she needs to leave the house to get to the play at 6:15. To get to the play 35 minutes before 6:15. Okay? Think about it. Let me know. All right. Again, this is a challenge. Okay? What time she needs to leave the house to be able to get to the play at least 35 minutes before this. So you need to think carefully if you want to work with this problem. Okay? I am just one phone call away, guys. If you have any questions in regards to any of these problems, please feel free to reach out to me. Like I said, this last one is a challenge. You do not have to do it. We will go over it on Wednesday during our meeting. So if you decide to work on it, or if you have any questions and want to talk about it, join the meeting and we'll be talking about it there then. Like I said, I'm just going to go one more time over this really quick. Ruby wants to get to the play 34 minutes before that. So you already know you're going to go backwards 34 minutes. You'll be going backwards 35 minutes. Not only that, you also must consider that she needs to leave the house 10 minutes before, 10 minutes. That it takes her 10 minutes to get to her final destination. So she wants to leave, she wants to get there 35 minutes before, and she needs to drive for 10 minutes. So what time will Ruby, what time should Ruby leave her house? Think about it. Let me know. Text me, call me, or let me know during our meeting tomorrow. Whatever you decide to do, please know I'm here for you. I love you. I miss you. And have a wonderful and beautiful day. Bye, guys.